to the next dimension.
Hey guys, Undercover Dudes, all the way from down under, and today I'm going to be talking about the Cosmetic shop, a new thing that was placed in Combat Arms in the latest update, and it's something different, and I'm going to be talking about some issues with it, what are my opinions on of it are. So pretty much I'm going to go into my inbox, and I'm going to go and activate two things I got from Nexon, and those were the Maverick helmet. So I'm gonna make it nice, and I'll make it this color. It looks pretty good, and I'll go yes and yes and yes, and then full transparency, and I'm gonna show you guys why I think this is quite an overpowered thing. So I'm gonna go activate that as well. Let's go back into the Cosmetic shop. Pretty much, you have all these things, these hats, these backpacks and stuff, and pretty much the Cosmetic shop, all it does is that it makes your character look different. When you go into the shop in your gear, this is where you have all your abilities. See, I've got all my 5th anniversary speed gear on that I got for free because I'm really, really poor. So pretty much, I've got all of these equipped, and I've got a nice speed bonus. But in here, I can chuck in all of this, and let's go to my inventory, and I'll put on my Maverick helmet. That looks like I've got a head, and it removes my face. But I've still got the ability, if we go back into the gear, of the Elite 4th Anniversary cap and bandana. You just can't see it. So it's just something different. I think it's nice that Nexon put this in for players that like a certain piece of gear, but don't like the cosmetic side. But there is something quite overpowered. Now, a lot of you guys know about Woggle, and a lot of you guys know about ICOG, like the competitive scene. Have a look at this. I chuck on full transparency, I look like a default character. I go back to the store, boom, I've got all this speed gear. Now, for majority of players, they would say, okay, if you're playing Woggle and stuff, they would know the speed gear. But, you know, this could be used for a really, really, you know, unfair advantage in many situations. You know, like, don't wear this certain piece of gear, it's overpowered. I can't make any examples, but if that was a rule, you know, you could wear this, and boom, you would have a massive, massive advantage. Thankfully, this can't be used on specialists, so that's really nice because it's only restricted to, you know, normal characters, which is really good. But, you know, it can still be very overpowered. Now, also something that I'd like to talk about is the fact this is all NX. You have to pay NX to get all of this stuff. And the fact is, there isn't much there. It has absolutely no advantage. It's just Nexon kind of milking, you know, money out of people. Make it GP. Make it, you know, a good maybe, you know, 200, 300 GP per day. And then I'd think, okay, maybe I would go and buy stuff like this. But look at the options. This is all we've got at the moment. Now, majority of you guys are going to say yes, but it's not many because the thing has just came out, like the Gun Emporium that came out a while ago, and now we've got all these new stuff that is actually pretty cool, and all these modifications and jobs and stuff like that. But you know, making it NX isn't fair. Full transparency, okay, I can see that being, you know, normally just NX. An EOD suit, fair enough, and a ghillie suit, fair enough. And is it really, really, really bad, the EOD suit? To me, it just looks like my character is, like, literally obese. And the fact is that you can't really get headshots, but the hitbox would be absolutely massive. I don't know if it would be the same or would be different. I just don't really think that one would be very good. The ghillie suit, maybe a bit more practical, but still, there's a massive difference between the ghillie suit and my normal character. If I chuck on Declan without the, you know, full transparency, it is a bit of a difference. So I think the Cosmetic shop is a good thing. It is a good thing in the direction of just Combat Arms having more customization, but at the moment, it just really isn't that needed kind of thing. And the fact is, the Cosmetic shop gives people an unfair advantage in certain situations, but the majority of the time, it's going to be okay. The fact that being NX is just like, really not worth it. I don't see myself going and buying NX to go and, you know, use this. And the fact is, I don't really buy NX anymore anyway. So using it on stuff that doesn't give me an advantage at all is just kind of like, okay, this is a bit of a waste of money. I think it's just something that Nexon chucked on the side. So it's like, alright, here you go. It's just there, you know, guys, if you want to use it. But the daily jobs, I like to talk about that as well quite quickly. it's actually not too bad. You can get some good stuff. So you've got clients' names and difficulties, and you go and require previous jobs. So you go do one, and you can go and get some others. But this one's pretty extreme. Get 100 NPC kills. But if you're on cabin fever, that wouldn't be too bad. But you know, you've got some really high ones. You got some low ones. You get some nice stuff from it. All in all, it's nice, and you can get some good abilities if you need be. Good idea next, but not really practical in terms of combat arms and the way the game is supposed to be going, with less hackers, less lag, more maps, more modes, stuff like that. You know, it really isn't in the way of the direction that we think, the community thinks should be the way of combat arms. But other than that, to Undercover Dudes, all the way from Down Under, out.